New at 6, a fund to help child abuse victims is now on hold. 18 months ago, the News 5 investigators uncovered numerous stories of abuse at the Parmadale Home for Children. And since that time, dozens more people have come forward. Our Jonathan Walsh continues to break news and follow through on this story. And Jonathan, the Sisters of the Charity, which actually run that home at one point, put pause on this assistance once they started getting hit with all of these lawsuits.
Courtney, that's exactly what happened. You know, the last time you and I talked about Parmadale, I told you about 4 women filing lawsuits, right? Well, now there are challenges on whether those lawsuits can move forward. All of this boils down to statutes of limitations that dictate how long you have to file a suit. But with all that being said, there is a bill in Ohio that, if passed, might help some Parmadale victims.
The trauma that I endured at Parmadale affects me every day.
Karen Brown says she suffered physical and sexual abuse while she was a resident at Parmadale, as does Angie Williams.
He dared me to scream. He told me if I screamed, he'd make sure I stayed in Parmadale until I turned 18.
Tammy Maley tells us Parmadale was unbearable.
This authority figure guided another child and myself to have sexual acts.
Attorney Bruce Taubman represents the women and says since our stories aired, he's been contacted by no fewer than 50 people with their personal stories against Parmadale.
I had no idea it was as large as it was.
Does it sort of lend to the idea of just how pervasive the abuse was?
Yes.
It's for that very reason, Bruce says, House Bill 124 should be passed for victims of Parmadale and beyond. If approved, it would allow child abuse victims to file complaints without worrying about statutes of limitations on the crimes committed against them.
It opens up opportunity for survivors who are, shouldn't be under a time clock.
Representative Tavia Golansky from Akron is one of the primary sponsors of the bill that now sits in the Criminal Justice Committee. That's where similar bills in the past have died.
The perpetrators then are encouraged to not only continue their behavior, but also that they will walk off into the sunset to retirement while these survivors continue to agonize over what they went through.
Ohio is definitely an F. It's one of the worst states in the country.
Marcy Hamilton is the founder of the national nonprofit Child USA. She says overall 29 states and territories have passed laws to extend statutes of limitations for civil cases.
The question is, how many children are going to be sexually abused until the truth comes out? And frankly, that's on those who are blocking the bills.
There are reports showing many victims don't come forward for years, even decades after the abuse. But right now in Ohio, child sexual abuse victims are limited to 12 years after they become 18 to file civil claims. The Catholic entities being sued are trying to get the Parmadale cases dismissed, saying the time to file suits has passed.
Those victims are incapable of coming forward for many medical and scientific reasons. And so you just have to keep it open.
House Bill 124 has the public support of numerous Democrats, but nearly every Republican on the Criminal Justice Committee who could help move the bill forward was either unavailable, ignored our interview requests, or said no comment.
Statutes of limitations exist for a very good reason.
Representative Bill Seitz is a Republican and is also the majority leader of the Ohio House. He says allowing abuse claims to come forward decades later is not good public policy.
It exposes people who never actually committed any sexual abuse to crippling lawsuits that throw them into bankruptcy.
He does say if it can be proven that the abuser's employer covered up the abuse, there are provisions in Ohio law where organizations can be held accountable. However, in general, he doesn't support the abuser's employer being sued after the statute of limitations has expired.
In those states that have eliminated their statute of limitations, many of the Catholic dioceses have gone bankrupt. I don't think bankrupting charities is a good idea.
We asked about people who argue some victims are unable to come forward for many, many years.
I balance the repressed memory issue against the issue of fairness to the defendant.
There can be bipartisan legislation on issues like this that matter, and I'll go ahead and say it. I don't believe that children's issues are a partisan issue.
It's unfortunate, but if you don't nudge lots of legislatures, they don't do anything.
Attorney Bruce Taubman says tomorrow he will file with the courts to voluntarily dismiss the women's cases, but he will be able to file again at a later date. In the meantime, if you feel strongly about this House Bill 124, you are encouraged to contact your representatives.
So in the meantime, all those people who were filing claims against Parmadale, hoping to get money out of that fund, are on hold for right now.
Are on hold for now, and we'll see what happens after this motion to dismiss and all that is addressed.
What a long journey I see that's going to be ahead.
Roller coaster.
All right. Thanks so much, Jonathan. We appreciate your work.